What is a ghost's favorite horned mammal? A buffalo. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday, my friends. It's been a little while. I'm very happy to be back with you. I see I missed a face cam inversion, so I'll get to that. uh, I hope that you had a great weekend and a wonderful 4th of July if you were celebrating that. And I hope, like me, you're happy to be back together again. Let me welcome everybody in. It's awfully quiet. It's awfully quiet. It's so weird when there's no game music going. Pookie Stan is first in chat tonight. I too am sad when I cook marshmallows on a fire. Well, I mean, I sometimes can be, depending on how good or poor of a job I do. Lucent Jelly, thank you for the fiery emote. And NCK, welcome in. Great to have you here as well, my friend. New tech. So prepare to be underwhelmed. Prepare to be underwhelmed. My new tech is a single cord. It is an adapter that should allow me to play GameCube games with my Nintendo 64 controller. And the whole reason that I want to do that, why would you want to do such a terrible thing? The GameCube controller is in almost every way superior to the Nintendo 64 controller, except the GameCube controller has a terrible, horrible, awful D-pad. It's just got a teeny tiny D-pad that you can't do anything with. But the Nintendo 64 controller, if you ignore this middle prong, if you ignore it, it is perfect. It is perfect for Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games, which is what I'm going to be using it for. It's got a nice, robust D-pad. It's got an A and B button in an angle that my thumb can actually line up with. So many controllers. Even the Game Boy Advance itself has these buttons reversed for some reason, where it puts them at an angle that the human thumb cannot align with. So I'm pretty excited to be trying this out. Now this is not the first time I'm plugging this in. I did plug it in and figure out whether it worked and how it worked. And at least on my initial test, it did. But I haven't used it to actually play a game for any length of time. So we're going to do that together tonight. We're going to play a game or two on the Game Boy player here, so that I can see what this feels like, and hopefully it's gonna feel satisfying, and there's not gonna be like terrible input delay or something else that ruins it for me. But that's what we're doing with them. That's what we're doing with the sorry for the testing new tech portion of our night. So hopefully this works out. Hopefully this works out really well. But I figured we'd play this. It's an old favorite. I used to speedrun this game. I believe I'm on the leaderboard at 6th place. I think I was at one time I was tied for 4th or 5th. Probably 5th. I think I was tied for 5th, and I think we've been pushed down to 6th. I had a run that would have put me in 4th place that I never submitted because I was lazy. I think it would have put me above where I was tied. If I was tied at 5th, then I think it would have put me up 4th. But that was a long time ago. There will be no speed run quality performance of this game tonight. It's probably going to look as if I haven't ever played it before. I did play it about a month ago. I did a casual playthrough through it, and it was horrifying. how out of form I have become with this game. I hear a coffee delivery approaching. Excuse me for one moment. All right. So I took the opportunity also to restart our GameCube here. That is way too hot to drink. That will burn a hole right through me. Your cam is upside down. We're upside down. We're about halfway through our upside down time. Nice N64 controller though. Thank you. I like this yellow controller quite a bit. It's actually, I got it just a couple years ago. I think around 2016 I got it as new old stock, and I just started using it when I started streaming last year. So it doesn't have a whole lot of wear on it. It's in really good shape for a Nintendo 64 controller for now. I have used it quite a bit on the stream, and they do wear in pretty quickly. All right, so we're just gonna play through this game. And it's just gonna be a casual pass through the game. You're not gonna see anything impressive happening, believe me. So this game's been on my mind a whole lot for the past couple days. Another streamer, Mazin, he's the former world record holder in this game. He's trying to get his title back as we speak. But he's the one who taught me how to speedrun this game. He sort of coached me through it last year when I was actually working on that. He's been trying to get his title back and to set a historic first of a sub 18-minute run in this game. The current record is actually at 18 minutes even. Ooh, I'm doing so bad. But he's been on a grind for that record for the past several days, and I've had his stream up for most of it. And it's been a long and difficult road. And so I'm hoping that at any point tonight he could pop into chat here and tell us that he's finally done it. So I've been watching a lot of this game, which, you know, naturally makes you want to play it. And also I figured if I'm testing out a new piece of technology and it's control related and I'm worried about input delay, I definitely want to make sure I test it out with the laggiest piece of software in my entire library. The slowest, most non-responsive game that I have. These blocks. Jumping across these blocks is a nightmare. I always buy transparent controllers and stuff if I have the chance. Sorry, I'm gonna catch up with you there, Pookie, in a moment. Oh, just wail on him. Victory. I don't know if there's issues with UV rays breaking down hardware, but I'd like to see transparent consoles and stuff, but they never do that. It's pretty crazy that runs are optimized to the point where destroying candles in certain parts is worthwhile due to how much they lag things, thus making the runs slower. So yeah, lag management is basically the whole point of the run. This game is 100% about the lag. Like getting a feel for how like it changes in different parts of the game, and then yeah, which candles to break and which enemies to fight, you know, which are worth it and which aren't. There's a trick, it's called a pause delay, where you I'll never be able to do it, but you mash the start button at certain points and you can get enemies to despawn. Oh, that was horrible. So, like, one of the things that's even funny about the game is the game has so much lag that, like, you look at the, there's a timer at the top of the screen, right? And you would think that if you have a lower number on that timer at the end of the level, that you had done a... Hang on, it counts down. So you'd think if you had a higher number on that timer at the end of the level, you would think it meant that you did a better job. But that's actually not necessarily true. You can have the game tell you that... You could do 2 runs, and you can have the in-game timer tell you one of them is better than the other, and it's the reverse of the truth, because the clock runs more efficiently when you reduce the lag better. So if you do a bad job, at reducing your lag, then the clock will run slower and it will look like you cleared the level faster than you did. Oh, the in-game clock is pretty worthless. It's the first Castlevania with time travel mechanics. Quick. No, I wanted to go to the secret room. I still could have, and probably should have. Oh no! Oh no, I am gonna be annihilated during this fight. The current strategy for this room is to actually stand on the right-hand side of the room and you don't move. But I haven't run it in so long. The strategy was to stand over here on the left when I was running it. Itarama, welcome in, Itty. Hope you had a good weekend and a good 4th. I was really nervous that we weren't going to make it through that boss. I mean, I've already died once, so it doesn't really matter if I lose another life, except for I don't want to have to repeat a whole lot. I think those floating bricks on the first level, I think those are about as far as a lot of people get with this game. It's a, it can be a very frustrating game. And I think that's the first, like, major point where people we're likely to become very frustrated with the game and not want to play it anymore. Spent the 4th protecting your dog's ears. We had quite a bit of rain on the 4th, so we didn't have a whole lot of people setting off fireworks. Kind of feel like I heard more fireworks on the 3rd and the 5th than I did on the actual 4th. I may have just died. I don't know if I can outrun the crayons. We made a valiant effort. What do the sock monsters do to pass the time while they're waiting for me? Good question. Sit all alone in a dark cave. Oh, come on. We're gonna die again. Let's just let it happen. I don't remember where the best point to jump onto the next rope is. I know I'm climbing way higher than I need to. The crayon part makes speedrunners. It's pretty tough. This is a pretty tough section. Oh yeah, this is no fun. Dealing with these worms with the low-powered whip. Not fun at all. That worm down there is like the one that you want to take out the most of all. Because if you don't, he lags the game so much. Crayons, they're what virtual athletes are made of. I'm in a bad situation. Need a ROM hack where each crayon is a different color. I couldn't agree more. Naturally, you don't want the crayons to be on this. You don't want the crayons to be on screen when you're trying to reduce lag. Go, go, go. I'm at maximum power. I lost track of that. I always hated in school when we used crayons. They lagged everything. Loyal, welcome in. You missed me. I missed you too, Loyal. I'm glad to be back. Hopefully you had a good time without me, though. When I'm gonna turn beans and peppers on, I don't know. I can't tell you. I'm more likely to turn the peppers back on than beans, but I haven't been in the habit of shopping for them. I don't even have pistachios either. Ooh, this hallway looks, gross. Those shades of green, they just... They're not good for the eyes. I got lucky there. There's a power-up over there on the top left, but I'm gonna skip it. Perhaps to my doom. Oh no, it's facing the wrong way. I wanted to damage boost. And then I was complaining about not being able to damage boost and failed to damage boost properly on the second one, on the second hit. Yeah, I'll leave that candle there. I want it to make the game slower. I can't reach. Okay, we will stop off here for power up. Very important. This secret room right here. That's maybe the most important secret room in any video game. Getting that power up is so scary. I jumped too early, no. Oh, it's all ruined. Bad drop. Oh yeah, I should be damage boosting through these guys. What am I doing? Okay, I only have one power up. That's a long Dracula fight ahead of us. Oh no. Now it's an excruciating Dracula fight ahead of us. It takes days to beat him with no power-ups. Gonna sneak out and get some wall meat pretty soon, Pookie says, getting kind of hungry. When's the Frownie Summer Barbecue Bash for fans gonna be? You wanna sponsor that event, Loyal? I was getting ready to say I'm just not even sure what the best thing to do right now is. Dead. You had this game and had no idea that secret room was a thing? There's a secret room on every level. And I think they all have a heart, a power-up, and an extra life. I'm pretty sure they all have the same stuff. This is so miserable. I just don't even know what to do. Fighting Dracula with the weak whip. It's a really, really bad experience. No. All right. Face cam. Return to normal. Well, we could take level 4 from the top. Thanks for the hydrate. I can't do that for a moment. There we go. Now I feel safe doing that. Are enemy positions predictable, or are those RNG based? The enemy positions are mostly predictable. There are a couple places, like which of these knights pop out is RNG, but I think it's one of a certain number of patterns. I don't know if anyone has fully worked out how to identify which pattern you're getting. But the enemy's positions are predictable, but their behaviors are RNG based for a lot of them. Like what direction this sock monster is going to shoot this fireball, and thus what direction it's going to bounce is RNG, and that would go for all of them. You know, which direction certain bats are gonna... Well, all the bats. Which direction bats are gonna fly. Things like that. Dracula is... He runs completely in a pattern, though. The problem with Dracula isn't knowing what he's going to do. The trouble with Dracula is having the endurance to put up with him for as long as it takes to wear him down with the single whip. But yeah, basically the enemy's positions are completely determined, but their behaviors are RNG. Dracula being the one exception. I think Dracula might be the only enemy in the game that does exactly the same thing in the same way every time. Just go. Just go. I thought I was dead. Dracula runs in a pattern. Resurrect, get killed by a Belmont. Repeat. Yuck. Should have jumped. RNG random number generator. It would refer to any aspect of a game that is randomized. Oh, I did so bad there. On that part with the rope there, what you're supposed to do is jump up and hit your head on that corner in the correct way, and you'll fall through the rope and exit that room really quickly. That is a move referred to as the Frownie drop, because I discovered it by accident. And I didn't even understand what I was doing or the value of the move. I was just lucky that Mazin was in the chat, and it blew his mind. Oh, I went too early. And then I went too late. I'm not used to fighting this Dracula from this platform. The strategy for fighting him when I was speedrunning was to go up onto this platform and just wail on him. Apparently it's faster from that middle platform, but I'm not used to it. Yeah, and it's more accurate to call something RNG than to call it random, because the game determines randomness by using different variables to calculate a quote-unquote random number. And so because it's generated by a process, in some games you can actually manipulate what quote-unquote random number the game is going to come up with every time and remove randomness from certain aspects. How do you know all this? Just by watching speedrunners and picking up on the things they talk about. Alright, well that's one game, and we made it through, and that's about as good as I would expect to be able to do it. So I would say that my if you don't know what I'm doing, why I called the stream testing new tech, I have an adapter that is letting me play on the Game Boy player with a Nintendo 64 controller. And so that's what I'm testing out. And so I thought, it'd be good to feel for, like, is it responsive and does it work well and that kind of stuff. And I thought, if I'm testing for responsiveness, then I need to make sure that I test with the most laggy and unresponsive game that I've ever played. So there's a game. I figured we'd play one other thing too. Kind of looking around for it. I don't know where it is. Is it like hacking? I don't really know that it's comparable to hacking. I guess maybe from a certain perspective, a very mild form. In the same way that causing a glitch in a game might be, quote unquote hacking. Alright, so I'm gonna grab another game. We'll do one more thing, and then we'll switch over to Brave Fencer Musashi for the rest of the night. I just want to play something else that I can use to sort of judge the feel of how well this controller is working for me. So just stand by a second, my friends. I'll see you again in just a moment.